Okay, hello again. Now these are the questions and answers on carbon dioxide and carbonates. So let's take a look at these. It says compound X is heated with carbon using the apparatus shown. A brown solid is formed in the reaction tube and lime water turns cloudy. Now that means that when he reacted compound X with carbon, it reacted and formed carbon dioxide gas. Now, carbon, we said carbon will react with oxides of what? Something more reactive than carbon or something less reactive than carbon? We said carbon reacts with oxides of metals that are less reactive than carbon. It cannot displace more reactive metals from its oxide, so it cannot react with something that is more reactive than carbon. So which of these lists, calcium, copper, magnesium, sodium, are less reactive than carbon? Remember that copper is the only one there that is less reactive than carbon, so it is the one that will react. Copper oxide plus carbon will react to give copper plus carbon dioxide, but the others will not react. Okay, air containing acidic impurity was neutralized by passing it through a column containing substance X. Now, if we're trying to neutralize an acidic impurity, that means substance X has to be acid or base. You're trying to react it with acid, so it has to be a base. Now, the question is, which of these is a base? The base would be the calcium oxide. The others are sand. Sand is silicon dioxide, that's acidic. Sodium chloride is a salt, it's neutral. And of course, concentrated sulfuric acid is acidic. And if I'm trying to neutralize an acidic impurity, it has to react with a base. Okay. Some marble chips, calcium carbonate, again we said marble is calcium carbonate, are heated strongly with substances X and Y and substances X and Y are formed. Now substance X is a white solid. So if I'm heating calcium carbonate, it should give what? It should give calcium oxide. And Y is a colorless gas, so Y is carbon dioxide. Of course, when we heat calcium carbonate, it gives calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Which process does not produce carbon dioxide? Which of these does not produce carbon dioxide? Well, combustion of alkanes, yes, of course, it produces carbon dioxide. Photosynthesis, does it give carbon dioxide? No, it takes carbon dioxide. Respiration gives carbon dioxide. Thermal decomposition of limestone means heating limestone. Yes, it gives carbon dioxide. Okay, the diagram shows some of the processes which determine the percentage of carbon dioxide in air. Explain how the following two processes alter the percentage of carbon dioxide. So how does combustion affect the amount of carbon dioxide? Of course, combustion of fossil fuel produces carbon dioxide, and we're talking about complete combustion of fossil fuel produces carbon dioxide, so the percentage of carbon dioxide in the air increases. Respiration, how does that affect it? We said living cells break down glucose in presence of oxygen, and this produces carbon dioxide. Okay, complete the word equation for photosynthesis. Do you remember the word equation for photosynthesis? The plants take carbon dioxide and water and give glucose and oxygen. What are the essential conditions for photosynthesis? Do you remember that for photosynthesis to happen, we need sunlight and chlorophyll? Okay, carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. Name another greenhouse gas. What was the other greenhouse gas that we talked about? Methane. Explain the term respiration and how this process increases the percentage of carbon dioxide in the air. What was the definition of respiration? Breakdown of glucose in living cells to release energy and form carbon dioxide and water. So, amount of carbon dioxide in the air will increase since respiration releases the carbon dioxide. Okay, explain why combustion of waste crop material should not alter the percentage of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Okay, let's talk about this. What is he talking about? He's talking about combustion, and then he's saying does not alter. You remember the word alter means does not change the percentage. So when I burn something, it does not change the amount of carbon dioxide in the air. But what are we burning? We're burning crops. What are crops? Crops are plants. And what did plants do while they were growing? They took in carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. So the idea of plants is plants take in carbon dioxide for photosynthesis, so when they are burnt and release the carbon dioxide, it is as if they did not affect the net amount of carbon dioxide in the air. So the carbon dioxide taken up during photosynthesis is giving out again during combustion, so they didn't actually use up or add any more carbon dioxide to the air. Okay, in 1960, the percentage of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere was 0.03, and in 2008, it is about 0.038. So just an explanation for this. Okay, remember that we are saying that the amount of carbon dioxide in the air is increasing. Why is it increasing? Because of two things. We have an increase in combustion of fossil fuel, and combustion of fossil fuel produces more carbon dioxide. And then we have deforestation. What is deforestation? We're cutting down the trees, so there is less plants doing photosynthesis, so less carbon dioxide is used up in photosynthesis. As a result, the carbon dioxide is increasing. How do the processes of respiration, combustion, and photosynthesis determine the percentage of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere? So what is each of this doing? Respiration breaks down glucose to form carbon dioxide, so it increases its percentage in the air. Now, complete combustion releases carbon dioxide into the air, so it's increasing it. And photosynthesis takes up carbon dioxide from the air to react it with water to form glucose and oxygen, so we're actually taking in, or we're decreasing the amount of carbon dioxide in the air. Okay, complete the equation. Glucose to give ethanol plus carbon dioxide. How do we write ethanol and how do we write carbon dioxide? And when you sit down and balance it, you'll find that you need this kind of balancing. Okay, explain in general terms what is meant by fermentation. What was fermentation? Breakdown of glucose by yeast enzymes at 35 degrees centigrade to form carbon dioxide and ethanol. Okay. Then this is a setup where he says basic lead carbonate is heated in the apparatus shown below. Water and carbon dioxide are produced. And the question says silica gel absorbs water. Silica gel often contains anhydrous cobalt chloride. When it absorbs water, it changes from blue to pink. So just a reason. Do you remember the tests for water? We said one of the tests was add water to anhydrous copper sulfate. It turns from white to blue. The other test was add water to anhydrous cobalt chloride. It turns from blue to pink. And we said, why does it turn from blue to pink? Because the anhydrous cobalt chloride becomes hydrated, and the hydrated cobalt chloride is pink. Soda lime is a mixture of sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide. Why do these two substances react with carbon dioxide? Remember that sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide are what? They are basic, and they react with carbon dioxide because carbon dioxide is acidic. Name two substances formed when soda lime reacts with carbon dioxide. So if I have, he's saying soda lime is made up of two things, sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide. Now, if I react each of these with carbon dioxide, what should I get? I should get sodium carbonate and calcium carbonate. Okay, that's the end of the question. So I hope you were able to answer at least most of them, and we'll meet in the next video.